Let's be honest. If you're even a little bit sharper than the average person, you've probably felt it. The frustration, the exhaustion, the silent rage of dealing with people who just don't get it. Mainstream advice tells you to be patient, to educate, to rise above. But what if that's exactly how you lose? Schopenhauer, the philosopher who saw through society's polite illusions, believed that most people are dangerously naive about the true cost of engaging with foolishness. Today, we're diving into his forbidden playbook, the missing manual for surviving and even thriving in a world where intelligence is often your greatest liability. But first, let's expose the hidden dangers of engaging with fools. Schopenhauer didn't mince words when it came to the dangers of engaging with fools. He saw what most people refuse to admit, that trying to reason with the unreasonable is not just pointless, it's self-destructive. Think about the last time you tried to explain something obvious to someone who simply refused to understand. Did you walk away feeling enlightened? Or did you feel drained, frustrated, maybe even a little bit diminished? That's not an accident. Schopenhauer argued that when intelligent people argue with fools, they're not just wasting time, they're risking their own clarity, reputation, and peace of mind. Mainstream self-help tells you to be a teacher, to lift others up, to never give up on someone who just doesn't know better. But here's the hidden truth. Some people aren't interested in learning. They're interested in winning, in dragging you down to their level, in making you look just as foolish as they are. The more you try to correct them, the more ammunition you give them to twist your words, question your motives, and undermine your credibility. In the end, you're left exhausted, while they walk away feeling victorious for having wasted your energy. Schopenhauer's warning is clear. Every minute spent arguing with a fool is a minute stolen from your own growth. The cost isn't just emotional, it's strategic. If you want to protect your intelligence, you need to recognize when engagement is a trap. So, how do you escape this cycle? The answer lies in the art of strategic withdrawal. Schopenhauer's genius wasn't just in identifying the problem. It was in prescribing a solution that most people overlook: strategic withdrawal. While the world glorifies debate and confrontation as signs of strength, Schopenhauer saw the real power in knowing when to walk away. He believed that silence, indifference, and even a well-timed smirk could be far more devastating than any argument. Why? Because fools thrive on attention and reaction. When you refuse to engage, you deny them the fuel they crave, and you protect your own mental clarity. This isn't about cowardice or running from conflict. It's about understanding that not every battle is worth fighting, and not every opponent deserves your energy. Intelligent people know that their time and focus are their most valuable assets. By choosing silence over argument, they avoid being dragged into pointless drama and preserve their reputation among those who matter. Indifference becomes a shield, one that frustrates the fool, and signals to others that you're above petty squabbles. Mainstream advice says you should always stand your ground, always defend your ideas. But Schopenhauer's hidden truth is that sometimes the most powerful move is to simply not play the game. Strategic withdrawal isn't weakness. It's a calculated refusal to be baited. And once you master this art, you'll find that your energy is no longer wasted on the unworthy. But what if you could go even further? What if you could actually turn stupidity into an advantage? Here's where the game changes. Most people see stupidity as a roadblock, something to avoid or endure. But Schopenhauer, and those who truly understand power dynamics, see it as an opportunity. The predictability of foolish behavior is a weapon in the hands of the intelligent. When you know how someone will react, you can steer conversations, set subtle traps, or even use their ignorance as a shield for your own moves. Instead of wasting energy trying to enlighten the unenlightened, you let their own patterns work for you. For example, if you know someone always argues for the sake of arguing, you can redirect the conversation to expose their contradictions. letting them undermine themselves while you remain calm and collected. If you're in a group setting, you can use a fool's loudness as cover, allowing them to draw attention while you quietly advance your own agenda. Sometimes, the best way to avoid scrutiny is to let the obvious target take the heat. Schopenhauer understood that fools are often so eager to display their ignorance that they become predictable pawns in a larger game. This isn't about manipulation for its own sake. It's about survival and strategy in a world that rarely rewards pure intelligence. By turning stupidity into an advantage, you move from defense to offense. But to truly master this mindset, you need to internalize Schopenhauer's ruthless clarity and make it your own. Let's bring it all together. So here's what most people will never tell you. Protecting your intelligence isn't about being endlessly patient or trying to fix everyone around you. It's about knowing when to walk away, when to stay silent, and when to let others' predictability work in your favor. Schopenhauer's mindset is ruthless, but it's also liberating because it frees you from the exhausting cycle of pointless arguments and wasted energy. If you want to thrive in a world full of noise, you need to master the art of strategic withdrawal and learn to use stupidity as a tool, not a trap. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever used silence or indifference to outsmart someone who just didn't get it? Or maybe you've turned someone's ignorance into your own advantage. Drop your story in the comments below. And if you're hungry for more forbidden knowledge on dark psychology and power dynamics, hit subscribe and join the conversation. This is just the beginning. Thanks for watching.